Another ongoing problem in Denver, homelessness. The City of Denver and the Denver Rescue Mission are opening 2 new permanent shelters. Both are located in Northeast Park Hill, and the facilities will serve as overflow locations. One of them will be able to accommodate close to 230 people. The opening dates are still being finalized. It's not snowing yet. Ben, what do you think? Too little, too late from the city? Is it a good move?
Well, you know, there's a great song where there's a line that says something's more than nothing. So we've been getting a lot of nothing other than making being homeless illegal a couple years ago, which was a giant mistake. So this is something. It's certainly not enough. You know, even if they were adding 500 beds, it would not be enough. Being a resident of a core neighborhood in the city, I've seen the impact firsthand of the homelessness of the camping ban. You know, there are more you know, transient people in all the neighborhoods throughout the central part of Denver because they're not downtown, because they're getting pushed out. So it's something. Is it enough? Not even close. Are they taking a holistic approach to this? Absolutely not. Are they talking about housing, affordable or otherwise, in a meaningful way? No. So nice drop in the bucket.
And one of the temporary shelters is closing when these 2 open.
Of course.
Noelle, your paper's been covering this, obviously.
Right. One of the things I noticed in one of the stories I read on this was there's actually no net gain of beds for homeless people, partly because the Salvation Army was overcrowded and ruled unsafe, and they were forced to cut back on who they serve at their shelter. So we really don't have a net gain. I mean, one of the things they touted was there's going to be better beds instead of like just mats rolled out, and showers, which certainly should make people maybe a little more refreshed and lives a little bit more comfortable. But I don't know that this is going to be like a huge game changer to reduce the problem in Denver.
And we still have an outstanding class action suit on behalf of the homeless about whether or not the urban camping ban is illegal. Michael, what do you think about the current status of Denver's move for the homeless?
Yeah, well, I mean, this was obviously a move to increase quality in a way, as Noelle pointed out. You know, these beds look better. We saw the pictures in the article of this. You know, I think there's no doubt the Denver Rescue Mission is doing good work. Catholic Charities just opened up another women's only facility a little while ago. But I mean, reading about this story, I couldn't help but think about last winter, Denver police officers were taking blankets away from homeless people. And so I guess this is some kind of progress, but that still sticks in my mind.
Joey?
Well, you know, every politician says they're going to solve homelessness, and none of them ever do. You know, this feels like the levees breaching in New Orleans, and Denver is handing out buckets. You know, we have all these short-term solutions, but we never seem to be able to get to the long-term problem. And Denver has this wonderful way of taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. And that's what we've seen over and over. I say yes and yay to the shelter. They're doing God's work. But when are we going to get serious as a city and a state about addressing the root causes of homelessness? A lot of people talk about it, nobody ever does it.
Do you have a solution? Ben, have you been thinking of what you would like the city to do instead or in addition to this?
You know, I think that when we look at the big picture and you look at all this talk around affordable housing, I think the reality is we need to chop that word affordable off of it and begin to talk about housing more broadly. The best solution for homelessness is providing housing stability. There's always going to be a segment of the population that needs more than that needs mental health support and needs a whole bevy of other things. But there is a significant chunk of the homeless population here and elsewhere that they're just people that are on the edge. They're homeless because they couldn't pay their rent, they couldn't make their mortgage. So providing real housing options that are more than affordable but are maybe free or extremely subsidized is a great way to solve these problems. We have the space to do that infill development in the city. We've got the resources to do it. It's just a matter of making the social decision that we're going to support our fellow man.